Thanks for tuning in to this new moon report. My name is Athen, and this is going to be for August 24th, 25th, and 26th, Sunday through Tuesday. Now, however, this is a new moon, so it's going to be affecting us for the next 30 days. This is a brand new lunar cycle. You might say it's the beginning of the month because, let's face it, a month is the lunar cycles. Technically, there's 13 cycles in a year, and there's a whole lunar cycle around that. And when it comes to the energies, this is the beginning of a month, you might say. That's what it should be. I mean, just because our calendars don't have that doesn't mean it's not. So the point is that this is the new beginning, okay, of what's to come for the next 30 days. A new month. And it's in Leo, okay? So, passion, excitement, joy. Now, interestingly, on this day of the new moon, we've also got a perfect conjunction between Saturn and Mars. Those of you who've watched my August horoscope heard me talk about this. Now, when these two planets come together, here's how it kind of works. Mars is the big picture. Mars can see the whole plan, okay? And so we all have a plan. And during this time, we're going to be able to see that plan very clearly during this new moon. One, because the new moon does give insight, but Mercury, the planet of understanding, of conscious understanding, is going to be sextiling this perfect conjunction when it happens. Okay? So it's a three-way perfect aspect, and it's involving Mercury, Saturn, and Mars. So when Mars and Saturn come together, Mercury is going to be there sextiling it. So with a sextile, it's about an opportunity to understand it. Now we can choose to ignore it. We can choose to ignore the ability to, our visions. We can ignore our visions and just go on and maybe continue, down some other route. But we have the opportunity here to see it, okay? To really see the big picture and go, wow, you know what? That is what I want, or this is the life I want, because it's all in Leo. So it's coming from that heart. It's coming from that passion, that joy for life. So during this new moon, this whole period here for these next few days, really pay attention. Pay attention to your heart. I was talking about this during the Lion's Gate. We're still in that energy. Lion's Gate was actually considered the beginning of the year at some point. So the beginning of the year, it's almost like we've come into now a new year, okay, just recently on the 22nd, and the first month of that year. So it's New Year's. And what does everyone do during New Year's? Well, they set intentions, basically, right? Resolutions and whatnot. So this is the exact kind of energy I'm picking up this year, this brand new year now, in this brand new cycle. We have the ability to see the big picture, the long plan with Saturn, and Mars is now coming into it. So when Mars conjoins, it's giving us the drive, the energy to start putting action into the big plan. And we've been doing this, a lot of us, for at least the past few weeks, okay, as Mars has been getting closer and closer to Saturn. But now it's right on there. The energy is the highest. So there's changes, and they're changes based on, again, our passions in life. So use this time to really set the intentions that you want to see for the next year and this next month and anything in between. Just set the intentions, because intentions really isn't about time at all, is it? It's about a frequency and a vision. It's about, seeing the vision, which is the top three chakras, and it's about feeling it, which is the bottom three chakras. And when we envision it and feel it, those three chakras from each side merge in the middle and opens up the heart chakra, which is the manifestation, the creation. It creates a feeling in the heart. The heart opens, it creates a feeling, and that's what creates our reality. That is the connection. Okay, that is the portal in which things are created. So, we've had the August 22nd Lion's Gate, hopefully connecting to that heart chakra, opening it up, and now we have a vision, okay? And if we feel it, if we envision it and feel it, the only thing left is to start putting action into it. Now there we have a choice. We can choose to do it or not. Okay, we'll have the vision, most of us who are paying attention, who are not ignoring it, will have the vision. That's half the battle. The other half will be doing it. And that is exactly what we're called to do. And it all starts now with this new moon. So very exciting stuff. Now, while this is happening, Mars and Saturn are in Libra. So relationships are playing a big role in all of this, okay? In some form, and it's different for everybody. So it's really, and what's interesting is Venus is squaring up to Saturn, and Uranus is going to be trining up to Venus during this new moon. Okay? So what this tells me is that, one, we're needing to really commit ourselves to relationships in some form, or just be more mature about them. Okay? Because what we're doing is big picture stuff. All right? So we need to bring that energy into our relationships too. Relationships now, during this new moon cycle, are going to have a stronger, it's going to require more maturity, okay? More discipline and commitment, and or any of those things, or all of those things in relationships, okay? And action, all right, with Mars and going into Saturn, and it's a square, so it's about action. So putting in effort, all right? Relationships are great, but it's not without work. We're in third dimension, we're here to ground our energies, and we're here to put in the work, and that includes work in the relationships. And these relationships can really help us on our path. And I say that because Venus is sextiling the North Node when this happens. And the North Node's that path. So helping us on our path, and helping us with our true self, helping us be our true self, helping us be more free. Because Uranus will be trining up to Venus during this new moon as well. So this is not only now, this is again taking us for the next 30 days. So it's a time of freedom in relationships and putting in the work in the relationships as well. Really balancing freedom with the commitments and the Saturnian energies, the realism, the realistic aspects of relationships, grounding those while being free, and allowing relationships that aren't in accordance with what we're really about. When we can't be free in a relationship, then what's the point? So be free, guys. Be your true selves. Venus trining up to Uranus, this is what this is all about. Enjoy your freedom, okay? But be real about those relationships. Be realistic. Look at them seriously, okay? And when you're looking at it seriously, then you'll be able to put in that work that needs to be put in, whatever it is, and your guidance will tell you that. And what's interesting, and this leads me to the final aspect of this new moon, is that it's opposing Neptune. Okay, Neptune will be opposite this new moon. So what this says is that this whole cycle, and this whole time, is requiring a balance, all right? And it's a balance between our higher selves, Neptune is in Aquarius, our higher spiritual selves with our passionate physical selves on Earth, in Leo, okay? Merging those two, grounding our higher selves, but being realistic, putting in the work, putting in the commitment, grounding those energies. Because sometimes, with the opposition, what we want to do is we don't want to teeter too far on one extreme. If we become too idealistic, too spiritualized, we're not grounding enough, then there's an imbalance, and then we can become caught up in fantasy and whatnot. Or if we're just too grounded, we're not paying attention to the spiritual, then we're missing out on, the embodying the higher self and the higher intuition and the wisdom and the flow of life. So balancing spirituality, okay, with our physical selves, or you might say bringing down our higher selves and anchoring them into Earth this cycle, this lunar cycle. All right, and set those intentions. Write those intentions down too with Mercury. Very important. Mercury, you can see it, write it down. Speak it. See it. Draw a picture of it. Feel it. Very important. Venus and Jupiter are still in Cancer. So we have a tremendous positivity there available in our feelings. And all we have to do is just tap into that. But it comes with that vision. And once you have the vision, feel it. Feel what it feels like, and then maintain that feeling, maintain that connection and that vision. And the longer you maintain that, the more you're working with the energies and the more you're manifesting it a little bit every day. All right? All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any specific questions. Take care, and I'll see you next time.